Okay, and moving on. So we are looking for 91st. Also, who are you? Huh? Isn't that... Pirate Man? Huh? What are you looking at, Pardoner? Ain't you never seen a desert bandit in a poncho before? What do you think I am? Some kind of pirate? Oh, that's a poncho? I thought it was a pirate flag. It looks so real though. Where did you buy it? Buy it? Buy all the shipwrecks off the dam. You dare suggest I actually spent me loot? On a tawdry costume, no less? Pirate Man, I knew it was you. What are you doing here? I thought you were banned after what you tried to do last time. Of course I was. But do you think I'd let the opportunity of rob an eccentric millionaire sail me by? Alas, it seems this Ernie Will actually has more sense than money. I be seeing tough robots everywhere he goes. And I don't mean those competitors, but his own private forces of Rozzers. Who does he think he is? Dr. Wily? No, don't tell him. He'll just make things worse for everyone. So you've been lurking at this party while waiting for an opportunity. Aye, I couldn't care less about this tournament, outside of it bringing in a crowd of rubes for me Kaizoks to pickpocket. But while here, I just so happened to learn a thing or two about costumes. Things the shopkeeper ain't telling you. You ever wonder why things feel different when you wear a costume? It ain't just people playing along, it's for deeper reasons. And if you come to me while wearing one of them, I'll tell you the secret truth behind it. If I do, will you promise to stay out of trouble? All I'll say is this, it's the only way you'll be able to keep your eye on me. So, have you come to learn the secret truth of your current so-called costume, Sunstar? Let's do it! Ah, that legendary alien doomsday weapon, blown to pieces and scattered across the cosmos, he'd be. Or so you'd expect, but after his demise, this armor of Sunstar survived, damaged but rebuilding. In the vacuum of space, it slowly reforged itself, little by little, until it was almost complete. And then, the armor came to our world as a blazing comet, waiting for a suitable host to find it and wear it, so that its master may reincarnate into that sap's body and continue his quest for cosmic annihilation. Well, I could literally make a video just describing the costumes, or Pirate Man describing the costume, because it seems like there'll be quite a lot to say. But for now, we take on the 91st entry. So, what do we have here? Technical support by Zila with an overall score of 55. So it's only slowly on upwards and onwards. Basically half for design, just under half for fun, just over half for creativity, over half for aesthetics, and functionality is pretty good. Actually, Flashman broke something again. And we have Patchy with the most generous score, as per tradition. So, technical support, what do we have here? Oh boy, 2 energy elements and 2 tokens. Wow, the music is loud. Oh, Dynamo, Turbo Dynamo Man. Hi Sunstar, we're Turbo Man and Dynamo Man as one. We got a tip from a guy named Seversky that there's a trickster token in a warehouse down there. Yeah, just imminently fall there. Have fun collecting the token. All hell, weird the Mega Trooper. Oh, how do you get into... Maybe just for this stage we'll quiet it because it's really loud. I will leave the sound effects, so we have to go down here for a token. Spark Chaser, huh? Well, that's easy enough, huh? Okay, well that was a freebie token, which worries me. Why was that so easy? Anyway, let's begin the stage, which I've already forgotten the name, but I'm so good at doing this. Okay. Do I want to fall down? I fall down. 31011. Is that something I should remember? 310 and 11. Let's see. Hello, Boltman. Sunstar, thank goodness you've come. Our factory recently has started to work bizarrely. I think it has something to do with the main computer. You can fix it by using that machine over there. Do you want to know how it works? Yes. Okay, when you're inside the machine, press up button. Yes, there's a button with arrow pointing up. Anyway, press it. That will transfer your program data into the main computer. You'll be able to move freely inside it. Watch out, however. There might be aggressive programs inside. Good luck! So what if you say no? Fine, good luck, Sunstar. What's the code for? Whoa! Mr. Prog. Hello, hello, hello. What is going on now? Mr. Prog, don't ask how we exist if this is the classic timeline and not Battle Network timeline. You see, this song is much quieter than the previous one. So now we can loud it back up. And let's see what we got. Defense system, intruders, bad, eliminate. This doesn't look good. New objective, destroy entity Sunstar, attack protocol engaging. So, whoa, I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought I was expecting the green one for some reason. Whoa, hey. That's the one I was expecting. That's more like it. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, who are you? You're essentially a Sniper Joe. Yeah, you even jump on like the Sniper Joe. Okay, I like the song here. Okay, so these cannons have been reskinned as well. So the theme of this stage is we just entered some computer, and obviously inside there's programs that try to eliminate anything that might be not, well, what's to be expected, which is the entity we formed to be here. Oh, the mover, huh? Like we're gonna start looping around in some of these screens. So, oh, and you gotta be fast. So that's the gimmick here. And we're back here now. Okay. Oh, it looks like a boss again. Oh, it's you. Wow, you got taken out quickly. I'm worried why there's a second element in the stage. What is that? Met? Oh, it's the cannon. Okay. The reskins are nice. what is the solution here? Well, that looks bizarre. Holy moly. Okay, moment of truth. Do zeros kill me? Okay, so it's just background. Oh, I also see the up and down. Very happy. So, okay, that's completely not disorienting. It even warned me about it. Look how happy it is. Hey. Oh, that graphic is just bizarre, but I love it. Checkpoint. That is what I think it is, isn't it? Foothold on my man. Yeah. Oh! What was I doing there? Okay. Alright. Warning, lasers down there. Please avoid at all costs. Ah, okay. Whoa! Calm down, my friend. That is very cool, though. Super cool. Alright. Oh no! Last time, I actually won that because I really need my energy tanks back. Oh, we're back outside again. Oh! I wanted to give it at least one earnest try. Plus I spawned here, so... Okay. Oh, hello there, up and down. Ah, oh, I didn't see the pit. I wanted that HP. Hello. Whoa, careful there. Mr. Proc, I saw a strange guy going down that ladder. Maybe you should check that. I was stealing strong energy from him. He might have an energy element. So what's to the right? Is this where the path splits? So left or right? Is this where the path splits into two? What? I didn't expect you to freeze me. Can I do anything here? No, that's just thematically appropriate. A weapon tank. I don't need a weapon tank, but I will defeat you in case you want to drop something. Thank you. Is this the boss now? The first of many. Boltman! What are you doing here? Don't worry, Sunstar. I'm fine. I found out how to fix the factory core. Now just let me finish and go. And watch as everything goes according to Wily's Keikaku. Keikaku means plan. Thank you. Well, Boltman. I forgot whose theme this is. I forgot whose theme this is. Crap. And I like it as well. Ah, shot the wrong way. Unfortunate. Alright, that's one of many. Well, not many, it's just two. Now begs the question, what's to the right? When I fell down and had the split pad between left and right, what's to the right? Should I keep exploring without the radar, or should I just... I mean, I suppose I should explore without it and see what I can find. But, yeah, it's gonna probably take a bit to get there. So, editing commence! So, this room, I should actually see what's up, because I didn't try up yet. So let's see, what is this way? Ah, so that's where the second token is. Nice. There was supposed to be a puzzle here, but the creator had no idea how to make a good one. Sorry. Well, sometimes when you're stuck with the equivalent of writer's block, it just is what it is, and you just can't, so... Seriously? Hey. Alright, so I think falling down here, we have a choice of split paths. After the drop, of course. Yeah, so now we go... Well, actually... We have right as well. We can go down and right. What's the right? Holy moly! Welcome to Disc R. R stands for rest. Please talk to NPCs from left to right. Okay. What's your favorite level from Magma 2? Personally, I like Ancient Tomb. It's just oozing with originality. I think that's a meme or joke referring to Ancient Tomb, which was a tier 1 submission. It basically is Pharaohman with maybe a few differences, but they're so minor, it's basically might as well be Pharaohman stage. Nah, I think Wily Tower is better. Sure, there's not that much level in it, but it has great bosses, and they were picked very rarely too. Besides, the author's nickname seems so familiar. My favorite level is Yggdrasil! I love Nordic mythology references. What a classic. What a legendary level. What is our purpose anyway? We don't do anything here, yet we have to exist. Just to, I don't know, maybe for this facility to work? Crashman, Flashman, Ashman, Dashman, Cashman, Slashman, Bashman, Stashman. There's so many of them. I would help you in your adventure, but I can't beat live. At least there aren't any gravity flips in this stage, unlike a certain other stage with that music. Do you like my costume? There's something weird about it, though. Ever since I started to wear it, I keep hearing voices in my head saying things like, join the vault, man, obey the theming, assimilate until there are only us. Man, I really need to go to doctor. Or should I say Progmaris, since I am a prog? Nice costume though. 2 hearts, 3 space, 3 diamonds. What? There is no spoon or knife or fork. Yes, I've assembled all 3 pieces of the overused death kit Royal. Flush, Twin, Bolt, and Commissar. Wait, what do you mean we're playing poker? I didn't know. Ah, I'm out. Why are these collectibles called Trickster token? Why not Righteous Rubles or Dazzling Dollars or even Yummy Yen? For peeps' sake. I think that's another reference to Magma 2 potentially, because they called Noble Nicholas there, and I think Nightman talks about, or someone talks about, why don't call Nichols, not what we just saw in that message there. Hey, do you want some battle chips? For example, the Mega Cannon, you for only 4,000 Zenny? I don't have Zenny. Wait, you don't have Zenny? Then what do you have? Screws? Who uses screws as currency? I don't want that trash. You're telling me Mega Cannon Y is trash? How dare you? Die from what you call trash. Whoa! Hey, hey, hey! Haha, I beat it. Now what? Okay, are you just gonna respawn it? So I suppose this room is just an NPC room. And the actual element is up. So the question is, can we go back up? Well, this is wonderful, isn't it? Send me back up, please. Thank you. Almost to the right, then. Which is where the second element should be. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! So that's what we're dealing with here. I see it gonna... Wait, and that's it? Down, system core. Please do not disturb. Or when you say that, can't expect me not to. Our system core has put a virus. It's very aggressive now, so I can't fix it. I remember that the virus changed one variable in its code to -infinity or something. I wonder what that means. Oh no. Also, I noticed I'm at 9,999 volts. Oh wow. What is about... Oh, this looks cool. Hey, hello there. Well, the program is certainly infected with some sort of malware. Oh hey, you actually spawned that so you can't fall down, but I mean I can still die. Here, so the question is, what is the point of the split path? Because you basically have to play the entire stage twice. And the split paths are so extremely short, I'm not sure they honestly warrant a separate energy element. Anyway, we've got regular Joe. A once promising celebrity, now reduced to dumpster diving. Either way, let's see what our judges thought of this stage. Technical support, huh? Mick, 57. A Battle Network classic level? Seems no weirder than some of the stuff I've come up with. I generally enjoyed this level at first. The aesthetic really sold the digital nature, although the binary C can be distracting. Oh, it seriously is. And the use of different Battle Network viruses made me smile. Swordly was a fun Picketman variant. Cano Dam was slightly more useful than Tadahu, and Hardhead made an excellent shield cannon. The level also does reasonably well with its gimmicks. The move hoppers get plentiful variety. God's Hopper gets some actual time to shine, even if you only play the grand total of once. And the laser conclusion is remarkably fun, particularly the chase sequence, though the sign was unnecessary. Top it off with some decent boss fights and the level is almost great. Unfortunately, there are some significant sticking points. The less important one is the level intro. I get the idea, but the out of computer section felt completely unnecessary. Voltman's room is the only exception, and I very much didn't appreciate having a two-faced boss before starting the actual level. I get wanting to introduce hostile program, but the first sortie was just fine. I don't like having to do a minute and a half of unrelated stuff just to play the level, and it gets tedious on replays, which leads into the biggest issue. The implementation of multiple elements is awful. Awful, 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 awful. The individual segments aren't terrible. As I said previously, both bosses are decent, but having to replay nearly the entire level just to get the second element, that's far too much. I understand the importance of replay value, but forcing it like this is annoying at best. And made the second playthrough a complete slog. It's a shame as the level is pretty neat in the first playthrough, but it's not strong enough to sustain the second element, which completely sours the whole experience. One final comment, on the path to the club token, one of the swordies gets stuck in a wall continuously. It's a bit silly to say the least. Shin, 44. I can't say I was all that thrilled once I got through this level twice in a row, considering the extra energy element. Well, there's definitely a few positive aspects I can point to here and there. For the most part, I found more issues during my time with it than anything. In terms of actual platforming and energy/room layouts, there's not too many memorable moments here, barring maybe one or two jumps involving the move hovers, and exactly one instance of the Guts hover platform. The rest of it revolves around dealing with pretty basic enemy configurations, most of which are shielded. While I appreciate the effort to make the picket man into something less spammy and annoying, the sheer frequency of the swordy and hard-hit enemies can really bog things down, unless you're spamming laser trident everywhere. The plain aesthetics also didn't help much, what with nearly everything being a shade of green. The music choice for the main stage is pretty decent, though I couldn't help but notice it doesn't look properly. If anything, the one major thing I can count in this level's favour is the segment with force beams that move back and forth across the ceilings. This is easily the most engaging part of the stage, offering a decent challenge and forcing you to be careful of your positioning, though not in an overly strict way either. The force beam race leading up to the main boss is a bit less threatening, but either way it's a welcome break compared to what the rest of the stage offers. I certainly enjoyed the position-based challenge there more than I did the sections with the up and down, some of which are placed in ways that people often cite as example as to why they dislike the enemy. While there is a telegraph to their presence found in the tiles of the sections they appear in, it's very easy to miss thanks to the colour palette practically camouflaging it. It also doesn't help that there's one instance of up and downs emerging from spikes rather than pits. Lastly, there's the two end bosses. Honestly, I would have preferred it if the split for the bosses occurred earlier in the level, or if there was just one boss. Having to basically go through the whole stage twice for full completion doesn't take too long, but it's still a bit on the tedious side. As for the bosses themselves, well, the core boss is basically a weak imitation of the square machine from Rockman 4 Infinity, with the dialogue before the fight even implying this is a less than subtle manner. As for the slight Darkman edit, I actually found them to be relatively decent. It did take me a moment to figure out the different shot colors indicated whether or not they would home in on you, but beyond that I didn't really have any major issues with his battle. All in all, there's a few good ideas in here, such as the ceiling mounted force beams and the swords the enemies having the potential to be a better alternative to the picket man. I just wish they got a bit more screen time / were used in more creative ways. Patchy, 67. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Classic 101 IT resolve principle. The humor of the stage doesn't sit well with me. Maybe I'm just becoming a grumpy old man. I don't dwell on that one room in this review since I'm fairly certain other judges will give it a good mouthful. That being said, the stage is overall not bad. The layout is vibrant and neat. The whole battle network inspired aesthetics are also pretty fun, and the reskins are really cute. The move hover usage is quite fine here as well, I'd say. However, I can't say the same with the usage of the Guts hover. It's a one-off gimmick not introduced well, and the room is crafted in a way that you'll die experimenting with it. There's a checkpoint right in this room, sure, but it's still not very ideal. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the Guts mover. What is it referring to? Oh! It's that one! Right, it's what I thought was the footholder, gotcha. The defense system boss at the beginning does way too much contact damage and moves too fast to reasonably avoid it. The fact it's placed right at the beginning of the stage is perhaps what's soured the entire experience. Split path right at the end of the stage, making the player pretty much have to replay the whole stage to get the second element, is rather annoying to say the least. It feels like a very arbitrary way to extend the total playtime of an entry. Darkman 4 is just Darkman 4, but with a damage buff. I guess the color changing is a neat reference to Darkman.exe, given the stage's theming. I can't forgive the dabbing though. I didn't notice the dabbing if that's occurred. Flashman 55. This level has a lot of good ideas, but they never come together to form a fully cohesive whole. I wish I could have been a playtester. Almost every screen has a little something that could be tweaked to improve the challenge or enhance the polish, e.g. enemy positioning, ceiling shadows, the unnecessary teleporter tutorial, and there are oversights that should have been caught in testing, e.g. sloppy music looping, projectiles that ignore break dashes invincibility, hard crash if you die to dark. Hard crash if you die to Darkman's barrier attack. Oh dear. I like the excuse to cross over with Battle Network. The reskinned enemies look like what they're supposed to, the music choice is good, and the scrolling binary code in the background is a nice touch. I especially like the indoor windows toward the end. The theming could go farther though. Battle Network has more interesting locations than repetitive green buildings, and it has plenty of enemies, e.g. fishy, windbox that could have been adapted from DevKit assets to unify the unfocused enemy / gimmick roster. The NPCs add a lot of character, but their humor is perhaps too dated and referential for its own good. The story is questionable. You fix the computer by destroying the system core? Darkman seems irrelevant to the plot, and he would have made a better token guardian. It's obnoxious to replay almost the entire level to reach the split where you choose between energy elements. Also, the challenge progression breaks down when you choose his path, conveyors and text. No? On the plus side, the Hunter mini-boss is good. Some of the asset introductions are done well, e.g. move hover, and the up and down warning signs are smart. Regularly placed checkpoints balance out any instant death beginner traps. The laser sprint at the end is creative. Still, there's lots of room for improvement. And finally, Ace 52 is a bit angry here. I see so many levels putting in pity party signs. Oh, I wanted to do this thing, but ran out of time. Just don't. Apologizing for not including something is much more irritating than just not including the thing, and makes it all the more glaring. It does not garner you points or favors and just feels like making excuses. Hell, half the time the judge or player would not have even noticed the stage was lacking the thing until you brought it up. Really doesn't help that the constant Mr. Progs get rather tedious, rather quickly, and trying to keep talking to them breaks the flow. Plus that final large room that's full of the green kid is probably responsible for killing comedy dead as an art form. I do think this level even starts off on a bad foot, with a rather pointless entrance that doesn't match the rest of the stage. I can't even say it's for aesthetics, as it uses two unique gimmicks that never reappear, and feels barren, and of course the most pointless of DevKit boss fights. The actual stage itself has its highlights. The Battle Network enemies are cute, and there are some genuinely fun moments here and there with some interesting setup. The use of force beams here is novel, and I think the shoot to move platform from the 4th Game Boy game gets some pretty good use here. And it turns out the move hover enemies can instant kill via crushing. Apparently I was not aware of that before this level. It's not what I'd call great, but certainly acceptable, and often beyond the bare minimum that you'd expect for a stage with so many gimmicks. But then the fact that these only show up for a single room just makes the entire stage feel rather disjointed and sloppy. Many of the up and downs positionings are just brutal, with the double duo being particularly egregious, and the sheer number of shielded enemies take what is already a level with pacing problems and attach a weight to its legs. Bring Laser Trident. That all said, I appreciate there is at least an attempt with the gun wall boss. I gotta say, it doesn't really work, but I can see what you are going for. With some more time and polish placed here rather than actually doing some of the more pointless additions in the stage, it might have added the stage on a high note. Because one final big complaint of the level. 2 elements that result from a split path at the end of the stage? What? Why? Why did you even bother with the Darkman fight? Seriously. It is such a pointless filler addition to the stage that just forces players to play through the stage at least twice just to face a really mediocre boss. This is an utterly idiotic way to end a level. It just really sours the lasting impression and makes its other flaws all the more grating than they actually are. I suppose the biggest complaint would be the fact that this stage does have two elements and it's right at the end of the stage, which again could be salvageable had the two paths been worthwhile. But here they are so extremely short that you basically replay 90% of the stage just to go and check out the second path, which has 2 or 3 rooms. So it really isn't a lot. I do have to say the aesthetics are very funky, especially the 0 and 1 moving background. That is so trippy, and I was certainly distracted on numerous occasions during it. Darkman is just Darkman. I didn't really feel any difference in that boss battle, whereas the other boss from Rockman minus Infinity 4 was kinda cool, I suppose. Although a lot of the time, because you're standing on the Tomahawk Man platforms, the bullets miss you anyway. Stage structure and design is pretty coherent. There's a lot of NPC dialogue. That one room filled with them seems to be a reference to Mega Man 2. We got a mention of Luke Stravel as well as some other levels. So nice little references which I understand, and when I understand them, it really adds charm to it. It's not a bad stage per se, but it's not a stage I would personally pick to play a second time. But since I'm going for 100%, I was essentially forced to do that. I think like Flashman said, it would have been fine to just make it be a Trickster token boss rather than element, because you just have to play the stage a second time and it's essentially the same. Besides that, I don't really have much else to say on the stage. It's a decent stage, but it probably won't be memorable since it didn't do anything novel or creative in a way I will remember or that I've not experienced before. Still, it's a decent stage. It's good as it is. Not fantastic, but also not bad. So with that said, I'm actually going to leave this session and video here because I'm really tired. So I'm probably going to get sleep soon. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Till then, take care.